Welcome to the Mompreneur Space Life Show podcast, where our host, Kenneth Chu, interview inspiring moms from around the world so that you can learn how they overcome their challenges and struggles as mompreneurs. Today's guest is none other than Vivian Pan, who is a single mom activist, a certified life coach, and relationship counselor. In this episode, we will be talking about how to overcome the challenges and struggles as a single parent. Vivian will also be sharing on how she overcame her challenges and struggles. Without further ado, let's welcome Vivian.
And hi, Vivian.
Hello, Kenneth.
Good to have
Thank
you.
you for this chance. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be honored to have this chance from you to voice out, to share with all my friends, all my friends, my new friends, anyone who is watching this live.
Thank you. And I'm really honored to have you. And I know that you have had a busy day and you make time for this interview, for this podcast. So before we start, in fact, there's a tradition that every guest get to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So are you ready to answer the question of the day posted by the previous guest before we can officially start?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so the question of the day posted by the previous guest is, if you were to have big success, what is the cost you feel that you would have to pay? Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I repeat again. If you were to have big success, what is the cost you feel that you would have to pay? Okay, so spend some time to think about it while I go onto Facebook Live to see if you are live successfully, and I'll come back to you. All right?
Success is a very big word. I do not think I'm successful. I felt that, in very honest, my heartfelt word is, I'm not a success. I'm a failure.
Sorry again.
Okay,
You got cut off
I
a
have
bit.
failed. I have failed. Yeah. Maybe firstly, I would say I feel in not giving my son a complete family, but I have done my best to play the part of both a mother and a father role. And even till today, I'm learning. And my child is 16 years old now. My
Wow.
child taught me a lot. I'll be very honest, if I have never stepped into motherhood, um, I stepped into motherhood at a young age, but it's not shotgun marriage. It was a decision made by me, which I cannot blame anybody. Even till today, my friends ask me, "Hey, you have never mentioned your ex-husband name or whatever." I say, this is life. When we have part, we shouldn't affect a child. And if we have part, we should give our biggest blessing to the other party, because everyone need to move on in life, not just wife, husband, friends, relative, colleague, boss, or employee. We all have to. I feel the big word is humility. Humility is something that I feel very close to my heart. I grew up from not a well-to-do family. My father is the sole breadwinner. My mother was till now housewife since she was married to my dad. My dad is a very good man, although he has some bad temper. He's a very straightforward man, 大男人.
Yeah.
But he's my hero. My dad is my hero. Um, he isn't rich, but every money he earned, he saved for me, my brother, and his wife. I remember when we were young, we wear second-hand clothes. We took second-hand assessment book. My mom, last time assessment book were written in pencil by my cousin. So my mom bought eraser. She erased one by one the whole book to let me have a chance to do my assessment book. So my mom is a very great person because till today, I don't think I have the stamina to go and erase and let my son do assessment book. I will just buy. So my parents are my hero.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. And I would say that whether is it a failure or not, you're already a successful person. Why would I say that? Because you have successfully raised up your child, and you say 16 years old. So like if you don't tell me about it, I don't even know that you have such a big son already, like such a mature son. He's going to be a man soon in another 2 to 3 years time. So it's already a success because if if we were to put someone in your shoes, they may not be able to survive to today, may not be succeeding in raising up a child like that, single handling, and it's already a big success. And the big success contribute to what you mentioned. Your parents brought you up. Your parents nurture you. I believe that you have a lot of the gems, the good genes from them, and that's why you persevere to today. So I really thank you for sharing that, and also to answer the question of the day posted by the previous guest. And now we can officially start. So maybe Vivian, before we start, right, as for those who are tuning in for the first time, I'm seeing people that's tuning in. Hi everyone, let us know where you're tuning from. And today's topic is how to overcome the challenges and struggles as a single parent. All right. So if you guys have any question that you want to pose, if let's say you're a single parent, if you're not, you can just drop us a hi in the comments. For me, I will be able to do a shout out to you. At the same time, I will let Vivian know. So if you guys have any question, just let us know in the chat. For those that are watching on Facebook, for those that are watching on LinkedIn. All right. So do let us know so that we can see your comments coming in. If not, if you don't say hi, we will not be able to know who's tuning in. So at least let us know. We have Leong Si Hian. Is it Leong Si Hian? Okay, Leong is in. So hi Leong. Okay, from Facebook. So we have people, we have friends in LinkedIn also. So if you guys are tuning in, let us know in the chat. Okay, so Vivian, maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself, especially for those who are seeing you for the first time. Share with us where are you from, and what are you currently doing, and what brought you into this journey of entrepreneurship, and also doing what you're doing now. Share with us, maybe do a short introduction of yourself. Over to you,
Thank you.
Vivian.
Thank you. My name is Vivian Pan. I'm a young Singaporean, 36 this year. My son is 16 years old. I divorced when he was 3 years old. So I started Single Parent Support Group in 2013 because I saw Rebecca News, the lady, the single mother who faced a lot of problems and threw her son out of the window. The son is a handicapped child. So I did a speech at Speaker's Corner. I did a plea for mercy for her. It wasn't easy uh, to speak in public. It wasn't easy, and it take a lot of courage. But I felt that if I don't try, I will never know if I could make it. So I spoke, and I would like to thank you to everybody who has supported me all the way, despite some bad saga that has happened, despite some misunderstanding, or yeah, I find that no one is perfect on earth. I'm not perfect. I feel that on this earth there's no perfect person. I have never seen anyone perfect on this earth before. I felt that the most perfect person have already go up to heaven. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I have a YouTube channel, Vivian Pan. I'm still learning. You can also check me out at Single Parent Support Group, SPSG. My personal Facebook page is Vivian Pan, where this is where I meet Mr. Kenneth, the host today, a very, very kind young man. I just feel that he's so cheerful. The
Vivian,
first
I'm
time
not
I
young.
see
I'm
him,
older than you. Much older than you.
then I must learn from you how you be so cheerful and so positive in life.
I must thank my parents for the good genes. Yeah, yeah. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. Entrepreneurship. I feel that I started working in bank for 13 years. Citibank to HSBC. Very tough. Citibank was a training school where they train us very hard. To HSBC, we actually focus on the selling Visa Infinite card. Visa Infinite card is a high-end card, prestige card. I learned a lot from there also. So I love all my ex-colleagues at the bank. Of course, there will be some hiccups here and there. But I make a lot of friends and I'm happy. So why I jumped into entrepreneurship, I went into painting and cleaning because actually I decided to quit bank line not because I want to quit. My mom has got breast cancer that has not reached first stage. So has her daughter. I'm the eldest in the family. So it is my responsibility to look after my mom. So I looked after her. I was jobless for 1 whole year. So I was actually eating into my saving. Okay. So lucky I've worked hard 13 years in banking line. If not, I'm dead. Yeah. So that whole 1 year without job, it kept me thinking a lot. Uh, I face stress. I face slight anxiety because I felt that, hey, I can't hang on like that. But if I go back to bank, it's one choice. Second choice, should I do something else? Because banking line, sometimes I work until 11 p.m. I need to reach office at 9 a.m., reach home 11 p.m. There's not enough rest. Saturday, I have to go back to work. We are like so-called chongster because I do sales, telesales. I decide I have to make a choice to set myself free and to enjoy freedom. I feel that in life, to be free and to be who you want to be, it is so important. Even as a parent, I always in my YouTube, I've done a topic positive parenting. What do I want to educate parents? We cannot be boss to our children. We need to be their friend. It's the same. We need our own freedom. So I decide I don't know what to do for entrepreneurship. One thing that came into my mind, painting. I don't know why, and cleaning, because I'm not very educated. My highest education level is only O level, and I feel badly. In fact, PSLE I scored pretty well. I scored 231. I have A star for my maths. I got good result, but until secondary school, I
Just
I
like
went into yeah rebellious
yeah,
age, and then
all of us went through that.
oh, you also.
Yeah, definitely. I believe every one of us went through that rebellious,
Yeah,
that puberty period, that age. Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. So I remember Sec 1 I was doing pretty well, but until Sec 2 my result, um, I got bullied, so-called bullied in school also, and I actually wanted to join a basketball team in school, but my dad
Mm.
actually called in to the teacher and say, no, my daughter is not joining it because her result isn't good. So it made me quite disappointed at the point of time. At Sec 4 in school, I faced an anxiety issue. But at that age, I didn't understand what was it, but I know something is wrong. When I sing a national anthem, right, I can feel my body shaking. So one of my form teacher actually asked me, hey, what happened? I also feel something wrong, but I don't know how to express. My parents didn't know. So when I grow up, I along this, I did 9 years of free counseling work for low income people where I refused to accept any money. I felt that my income should come from my painting, everything. Along the way, I decided that psychology is something that I want to understand. So I took a course, child psychology, and I want to understand children. So as I share with you, I do free arts for children. They call me arts teacher because in secondary school, right? My secondary school art teacher actually told my dad before, your daughter is cut out to do arts. But my dad never tell me. But my art teacher told me. But I didn't figure out that I should have gone to art school, everything. But never mind. In life, we cannot blame anyone because everything in life is our own decision, cause, effect, consequences, choice, consequences. So Chinese, we call it 因果.
Yep. Cause and
Yeah.
effect, yeah.
Yeah. So I decide to do arts classes for rental flat children. Why? I will use the word heal, heal, because children go through stress. Our education system has been so tough. The paper chase journey is so, I think you and I and a lot of audience feel it. We can't catch up with the syllabus. My child, when he was in primary 6, I thought my PSLE maths result A star. I could do it, you know. So my son came to me, Mommy, can you help me with my question? So I helped. So I proudly helped him. You know, I can draw all the model, everything. I proudly helped him. He went to school, he came back, and you know what he tell me? Mommy, all your answer all wrong one. Then I was like, okay, I have to put him on tuition.
Yeah,
But
it's very
also,
different. It's very different now. Whatever they are
yeah,
using, the formula.
yeah. So I felt that it's very tough, you know. But um, my son, P3, P4, P5, failed. But then P6, he told me, you know, Mommy, I want to go into express. My friends all want to go into express stream. If I don't study, I keep failing, I'm gonna end up 5 years in school. And he strong study hard. He end up in express stream. He just complete his O level. He took A maths, he took higher Chinese. Yeah, so I don't know where he's going to head to next. I wish him well. I set him free. I always told him, I set you free. I only want to pull you back from bad influences.
That's good. That's good. And having said that, right? Because you say the education and all that stuff, and you got into arts, even started a business into painting, doing painting, which is very much it's supposed to be your gift in arts and all that stuff. So how did you get yourself started as an activist? Like you call yourself a single mom activist. So how did that happen, and what is it about? Especially for those who are seeing activists for the first time.
Activist is a word that can harm you. It's a word that can make people amused, curious. Activist, this word is very quite sensitive, but it's okay. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
I feel that just be yourself. What you want to be, just go and be. Don't be
Stand
afraid.
for what you believe in, right?
Yes, you're right. Fear is something that stops people.
Mm.
Fear create anxiety, create depression, trauma, etc. Remove your fear. Be yourself.
Yeah.
So why I become an activist? I actually feel that maybe since young I'm quite outspoken, uh, but there was a certain time where I was very quiet because that time there was some saga that was in internet where I need to heal also.
Mm.
Yeah, that was trauma, a bit trauma. So I took time to heal and learn along the way throughout this healing journey. So activists, I feel that actually in every family there's an activist. You know, in every household there will be one child or one parent or someone that is so outspoken in the house. So
Sound like me.
yeah, so just like why you have this program, because you
Yeah.
want to be yourself. You want to do what you want. Yeah. And one day I want to see your success also. I
Yeah.
feel that what you want in life, as long as it doesn't harm anybody, it could have helped one people, 10 people, 100 people, or even help the whole world. Just do it.
Yeah. I think what you mentioned is something that I think is very rare in Singapore for people to really speak up their mind, step up, and be the voice for a lot of people, especially the minority. and that is what that's what that was what the impression that you gave me when I first know you through social media. You're very outspoken. But when I meet you here, when I meet you on Zoom previously, I was like, oh, okay, is this the same Vivian that I know on social media? But I guess it's another entity of you. It's the activist Vivian Pan, right? So so I think activist is something that is very rare for people to use it and call themselves activists, especially in Singapore. Because I see this activists a lot in LinkedIn profile where people say they are the activists here, activists there. But in Singapore, in Asia culture, activists seems to be a very rare and maybe like you mentioned, very sensitive and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of you to call yourself activist, and definitely we need more female leaders like you to really step out to have a voice, because this is what um we that means we can do as maybe people with that gift to share and to empower people and to be the voice for those that are not given the opportunity to voice out. So thanks a lot for sharing and introduce yourself, and also to share with us more what is an activist. So we have some of your friends there. We have Eddie watching. We have Shu Hui. We have Desmond Peng. So we have Smarty that log on also. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any question, you can let us know in the chat, or you have anything that you want to post to Vivian, you can let us know in the chat also. So for those who are watching and tuning in live now, just drop us a hi, and we will do a shout out back to you. So next, how do you get yourself into life coaching and being a relationship counselor? Because like activists and life coaching and relationship counselor is like I do not know. It's like it seems to be drastically different. So how do you get yourself started in that?
Um, I'm very interested uh, to see people's success. People ask me, so why don't you become successful first? So I tell them back, I don't have such a big capital. I don't have a big capital to set up a big company. I don't have that type of brain to um yeah. So why okay, life coach first.
Yeah.
Life coach actually is someone who is able to see your negative, all your bad points, but we are not allowed to say up. Okay. Uh we want to take away your bad. Okay, hold on, my earpiece dropped.
No worries.
So sorry. So sorry.
Very
Okay,
excited.
bad yeah. Bad point, take
Mm,
away. This is the good. Okay. Life coach do this. I do it one more time. This is the bad. Remove. Good. So a life coach believes in seeing someone to be successful, trying to unblock you, unblock. Because in life, you won't be able to see yourself.
yeah.
But
There's a lot of blind
to have,
spots, right?
yes, to have the ability to unblock people. Once you unblock, okay, you can see them zoom, going to their next stage.
Yeah.
Stage.
Next level. Yeah. Breakthrough.
Okay. So life coach duty is to see people improve,
Hmm.
improve in all sector. But depending on what is your goal, what is your
Yeah.
mission. So a lot of time I speak to people, I ask, what is your goal in 5 years? What is your goal in 10 years? Your goals and target, please set me. Yeah, then I roughly will know where you're heading. So
Hmm.
sometimes I see that you're heading wrong direction. I will hint you a bit. I don't want you to fall because I fall a lot of time. And I'm so outspoken that
You're so
I'm not
experienced now.
scared. Not really experienced, I'm still learning, but I don't want you to one day you fall and then you tell me, Vivian, why you don't want to tell me beforehand? I sure will tell you, I did warn you. Yeah, now to the relationship counselor. 9 years counseling experience. Why I took up relationship counseling cert, because as someone who has gone through divorce, I actually look myself in the mirror and ask myself what has happened. So I felt that I cannot blame my ex-husband. I think my ex-husband shouldn't blame me. It's just not meant to be. But we have a beautiful son, a good child.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing. I feel that it's God's gift to me. So maybe in Chinese I'll put 有缘没分
Mm.
可是还可以做朋友. Although I don't see him, but if he is here to watch this live, I'm not someone out to belittle you or what. He is very talented in cooking. So
Mm.
if I get to meet him one day, I will tell him honestly, your talent is cooking. Your success route will be he has to think himself. I already hint him. So his journey is like that. I wish him the best, and of course, I hope one day he can come and tell me, "Hey, I did something good in life, so my son can be proud of." Relationship counseling, actually, I want to help a lot of people who is on the edge of going to divorce, almost, but not yet reached there, where I can save them back. Okay? Or boyfriend, girlfriend going to break up, I can save them back. Or colleagues having conflicts, I can try to unblock it. Or whoever and whoever fights. So relationship counselor believe in mending, making the relationship tough, better, not destroying. So I would say I'm now actually learning from my mentor to become a healer.
Mm.
We want to heal a lot of people who are going through a lot of things that the thunderstorm in them where they didn't realize, they
Mm-mm.
sense a bit, but they didn't realize. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing, and also how you got into life coaching and also relationship being a relationship counselor. And so just now you mentioned about like couples, right? On the verge of maybe going through a divorce, or maybe they might say that word of divorce. What do you think, or based on your experience of from parents that or couples, married couples that are going through that phase, what is that one thing that often cause that scenario to happen?
Okay. One, lack of communication. Two, the lack of understanding each other. Three, it could be stress. Four, it could be financial issue, and it could be you have forgotten how you have started.
Mm.
It is how you have started. You see, like a husband and wife, example, they got two children. So every day their focus is, have my child take the breakfast, lunch, dinner, have my child had his shower, have he done his homework.
Mm.
So you have to, you know, go back and ask your partner,
Yeah,
hey, what do you want to
rekindle
eat today?
that love, right? Rekindle that
Right.
fire.
Yeah, sometimes men, they can be so forgetful, and sometimes you hint them, they don't understand hint, you have to be straightforward to them. Like sometimes they Valentine Day or special moment, people's birthday, they forget to buy flowers. Actually, women see flower, any woman, any age, you'll be so happy. You can't give flower, never mind, you give an ang pao.
That's why there's a book there's a book on men are from Mars, women are from Venus, because we communicate at different wavelength, we communicate at different frequency at the same time. So like you mentioned, I wouldn't say that it's forgetful. It's just that sometimes it's very hard to crack the code of what women
Yes.
says. Yeah, and
Yeah.
for us to remember, and especially like you mentioned, when the married couples focus is on the children, a lot of time they forgotten about themselves. about their partner, their spouse. And that's where their couple time has to be there, because I see it a lot in a lot of parents. I have a lot of I mean, for me, I've been married for 15 years. I have a 12-year-old daughter. I've been working with mompreneurs for the past 13 years. So I've seen a lot of I've seen and hear a lot and observe a lot of my, even for my friends, because I'm one of the earliest that got married and all that stuff and have children. So I see a lot of them having young children. A lot of time when they have started to have children, they've forgotten about their couple time. Everything is on the children, especially for the first 2 to 3 years. And sometimes it prolonged to 8 years. Imagine even the fire is there, right? The fire slowly diminish off. And after
Yeah,
8
right.
years, you want to light up the fire, right? Wow, it's so hard, it's so it's you can't there's no fuel, there's nothing there, it's so dry. It's very hard to light up the fire. So that's why I always encourage for couples, regardless, one of you must start that fire, or you need to go back in time to go back. Let's say you used to go out for karaoke, or you used to go out to the beach. Just go out and rekindle all that, and really have to block time. Sometimes it's really tough for mothers, because there's a separation anxiety with their children.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I cannot leave my children. I leave my children.
Yeah.
They who's going to take care of them? But nevertheless, you are still a woman. You are still someone's wife. There's you still have a husband that really loves you and um want to protect you, want to give you more love, shower you with more love. So that's where I feel that it's also important for couples to have their couple time. And
Yeah.
children eventually, with or without the parent, right? The children will still enjoy themselves, right?
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing that up, and also to rekindle the fire. That's where your role as the relationship counselor comes in. So what would you say would be the most common challenges for single parents?
Financial. Yeah.
What
Straight to the point
mm.
already. Financial.
So what is in financial that is a challenge for them, that you see, especially you have a single parent support group? What would you say that um is the cause, or what can be done to overcome these financial challenges?
Okay. Something came to my mind that I encountered a few weeks ago. One single parent contacted me.
Vivian, sorry, your mic is a bit cutting off. I think the
Yeah, clear?
yep, okay, good.
Okay, clear.
Yep,
Okay.
now we can hear you.
Something came across my mind when you was prompting me the question. Few weeks ago, a single mother contacted me. She was actually on employment in a nail polish shop. The boss is a China lady, but there's no I'm not talking about.
Mm.
Okay, sorry, if I have say anything wrong. Okay, uh,
No worries.
her dad passed away, so she have to attend funeral. But she penned down. She even called me over the phone that um her job was terminated. So I did not want to hear one side of the coin. I want to understand from both sides of the coin. But I didn't manage to speak to the boss. But what I understand from her is that the boss may be angry and terminate her because of the funeral. But this is one side of the story. I can't say so much, but I felt that there could be some misunderstanding along the way, which I did not know.
Mm.
But it's still a bit sad to hear that during tough moment where someone lost a job. So I told her, okay, whatever done is done. You can be upset, you can be angry, you can cry over it. But after you have done all this, cry, upset, complain, angry, you have to stand out again and move on. You
Yep.
can't forever complain all the way. If you can't like that, you have to move on to B. Okay. Then I come back to myself. During this pandemic, what is one of the problem that a single parent face? Let's put me as an example
Mm.
because it's real and it happened to me. On July, I did a pap smear scan
Mm.
and I was found to have high-grade precancerous cells in me. I did an operation in NUH, and I had took a vaccine, but I suffered some side effects. Um, I actually faced 3 months with no profit in my painting business. 3 months, I was eating into my saving. During the start of this pandemic, COVID, it was very tough to get job because people don't allow you into their house to view their house. Because for painting, we need to view your walls to give a quotation to, yeah. So I suffered 3 months. I suffered with nothing. I eat into my saving. I was actually like, I will use the word upset, worried. So I think 1 month plus back, um, one of my friend called Mr. Ben contacted me. He told me to paint a tuition center. Okay, so I went to paint the tuition center, and then Ben asked me, actually that place is looking for sales staff. So I told him, hey, actually I know how to do telesales for 13 years. Okay, then he said, okay, let me connect you with his boss. So I met up with his boss, who is my current boss now. He's called Victor Pok. Victor Pok is actually the founder of Viva, and he started Health Solution. So now I'm working for him as a full-time staff. So I'm very thankful to get a job during this tough time. He offered me a basic pay plus commission. So it actually eased off a lot of my worries. And why I want to go on onto his platform, actually I'm one person who like freedom. I don't want to work for people anymore. But I will use the word bo pian, But one thing that let me want to go into his platform is he has such a beautiful product.
Yeah.
So beautiful that it can reduce the stress of parents. It's actually an online and offline tuition product. Yeah. So if you want to find out more, you can ask Kenneth how to contact me. I feel that during this pandemic, parents are stressed working from home. This product actually, every day I go to there and work, I feel so happy and positive because it's something that I believe.
Yeah. I like just when you share that, right, it just make me think more like what you did, right, is basically putting yourself out there, finding ways, and there's always opportunity out there. There's no reason that someone cannot find an opportunity to get a job or even to find things. It's whether are they really going out rather than sitting there and thinking, oh, I cannot find a job, where they didn't even go out, they didn't even communicate or speak to someone, or most of the time, what I realize is they don't ask. They don't ask for help. They just everything swallow it by themselves. Why would I say that? Because I have a friend who's a single mom. Recently, I just had a call with her because I know that she's going through the divorce case, and because of the pandemic, her job was on hold because it's very much event based, very much in-person service. So I was worried for her, but as you know that sometimes if someone don't reach out to you, right, it's best not to give unsolicited advice to them. If not, they will feel that, oh, Kenneth, who are you, and all that stuff. So I came from that before because as someone who wanted to help people, sometimes how should I put it, being over and wanted to help them where they don't need any help. So that's where now I'm very, very careful. So when we were having a conversation, I was catching up with her, asked how she's doing, and she just openly shared whatever she's going through. So I told her that I started sharing my experience. I started because I know roughly what she's going through. So by me sharing my own story, like I told her I've been through debt and all that stuff, how I settled my debt, There's a CCS, Credit Counseling Singapore, that you can go to, all that stuff. And why do I do that? Because I know she's going through that and she might not know how to get help. So, and that's where I told her that, I say, sister, there are times that when you need help, I know you're someone who loves to help people, but I believe that there are people who want to help you like how you want to help them. So do allow yourself to receive that help.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where she was like, okay. So that's when I share my story, she opened up a bit, and then she started sharing more. And after that, I told her, I shared with her different ways for her to overcome, or maybe even to reduce her debt, to really look through her finance. What are the things that she can do without, or she can cut, or she can sell at this period of time to really keep herself afloat. So that is what I share with her. And today, just 1 week later, today, she asked me to catch up with her to check in on her. I'm very happy that she took the advice and she has act on it. Yeah, I'm very proud of her.
Good.
Yeah, so this is something that I feel that sometimes as parents, as adult, we became too independent, especially when you became a single parent. You think that everything you need to bear it on your shoulder. You need to put, like, your shoulder is only that big, right? There are people who are willing to help. I told her I was at a bad shape. You were there that lift me up, and now I'm in slightly a better place. I can lift you up. Definitely, I will do that. So it's vice versa. Like in the Chinese side, 风水轮流转. I do not know when will be the time that I need help. So now I'm able to help you with whatever I've been through. Because I see that it's happening to you now. If I can bring you out of this shithole, I call it shithole, and I've done my job, then who knows, the next wave you might be better. And yeah, so this is friendship. This is true friendship through the hard times. Like, I see that you keep nodding because these things are happening. And why are we reaching out? Because we have been there before. We see that you are going through that same old cycle. It's a matter of time. You will hit the trenches, you will hit the wall so many times that you start to bleed until you want to, like it's drying up and all that stuff. So yeah, so this is something that after you have shared that, right, that start to spin off the challenges of single parents. Although I'm not a single parent, but I have a lot of friends who are single parents, especially mompreneurs. A lot of successful mompreneurs I know, right, they are single parent, a single mom. One of them is not a single mom by choice because her husband passed away in the accident overseas, and just overnight she was alone. So I think I shared that story with you before. So having said that, with all the challenges and all that, so what would you say is your biggest challenge as a mompreneur for you, juggling both your business, now your work, now your child, now being an activist, being a life coach, being a relationship counselor? Like, you are holding a lot of things. So what would you say is your biggest challenge as a mompreneur?
To be able to worrying, accept changes. Changes, worrying is are you worrying to accept changes in life? Because at every path of life, you meet different type of people. You cannot change them. You change yourself.
Yep.
Are you able to worryingly accept changes? Because to change other people is
Not possible.
completely impossible.
Yep.
But to change yourself, yes. People may tell me, hey, impossible. So I always tell people, I am possible.
Yeah.
Because if you think that everything cannot, right? Everything is cannot.
When you think you can't, you can't. You really can't. But when you think you can, you can.
Yes. So in this pandemic, we have to be positive. We have to be happy. We have to be cheerful. We have to be appreciative. We have to be grateful. We have to love, care, share. We have to remember humanity. Yeah. And when it's time to laugh, laugh. Laughter is always the best medicine.
And Vivian, I want to ask you, right? I believe that you have come across a lot of single parents who say, "Oh, Vivian, I can't be positive. Like I have no choice. My life, my family members, my in-laws, da 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 da." Like when you face parents coming to you saying all this and say, "Oh, I cannot be positive. Everybody around me is so negative." What would you say to them?
What will I say to them? Wow, good question. Must think for a while. Okay, firstly, I ask, what had happened? What made you think so? What made you feel like this? And do you want to continue feeling this way?
Mm,
Then I'll ask them, do you want to change?
yeah, I think.
Yes or no will give me an answer. No, then forget it. Yes, okay, there's hope.
Thanks a lot. I think that's the role of being a life coach, is to ask questions for them to really reflect and start to make decision on their own. And for me, what I would say is, if let's say someone comes to me and say, "Okay, no, I cannot be positive and all that," I say change your friends. Why? Change your environment.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes,
if your environment is negative, then leave your environment, or
yeah,
hang out with them lesser and have new
yes.
friends who are more positive, like Vivian, like me, like a lot of mompreneurs that is on my channel. Just change your friends, because
Yeah,
you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with most. So if you hang out with negative people, then on the average is negative. So like you mentioned, it's about mindset, it's about embracing the changes. A lot of times we are so caught up with changes. We say, "Oh, why must change this? Why must change that?" That's why when you mention about you can't change other people. The only person that you can change is yourself. So when you change your thoughts, you change your belief, you change your action, you change your world. So this is something
yeah,
that is congruent. So when you start changing your thoughts, right, you change your belief, then your belief will change your action, and your action
yes,
will change your result. So that's where your world will change. So
yes.
thanks for sharing that. So this is something I always ask mothers and mompreneurs, is that, what if you are not a mom? What will you be doing now, and what would your life be?
If I'm not a mother,
What will you be doing? If you are not a mom, what will you be doing, and what would your life be? This is just a
I think
hypothetical, like if you are not a mom, what will you be doing, and what would your life be? Would it be the same, or will it be very different? What do you think?
I think if I'm not a mom, I think I'll be doing rubbish thing now. Can I say
Yeah,
that?
I understand that. It's like for me, right? If I don't get married, right, I think I will be dilly dally. I will be just lay
Yeah, yeah,
off,
yeah, you get me.
lay back, and play video games, whatever, and just hang around, waste time.
Yeah.
But I think, like what you mentioned is quite true also, because after you became a parent, you think more. You think of 5, 10 years down the road. You think about your children's future, and that is what parenting is about, and growing up as an adult and taking different responsibility. So thanks a lot for your honesty about if you are not a mom. So what advice would you give to mothers who wanted to start business, be it any business? What would your advice be?
During this pandemic, do any business that's online. Other than that, don't ever think about it.
Why online? Maybe you can give the audience a better um how should I put it, deeper understanding why online business, and
All
what
right.
is online business, because a lot of people may not realize that online business and business online is different. Do you get it?
Oh, online business and business
Online.
online. Okay. Why? Okay, the question why first. COVID in Singapore. Okay, not about other country. In Singapore, we are told to stay at home, work from home, uh, packet your food back, eat at home. Okay, now it's 2% at coffee shop or five. I'm not sure, not very updated to it,
Mm.
but since everybody work from home, so lesser and lesser people visit shopping mall. Shopping mall is actually facing big problems,
Mm-mm.
rental, hard to pay, etc. So what do people do now? Shopee.
Yeah, e-commerce, marketplace.
Yes, yes, everything is like now you and me, we are on Facebook
Yeah,
and what other platform? TikTok,
yeah.
YouTube. Wow, all the online platform. If you want to be rich, you want to be rich, be a YouTuber. Really, really, really. So online, there's a lot of things you can do. Like if you sell things online, uh, sometimes I even see home bakers, they sell things online, deliver, or if you are interested in selling shoes or clothes, you can do an online platform where when you're sleeping, you still can generate income.
Mm.
You can always step on to AliExpress, create a Shopify store, then you don't have to import the stocks. You can just when someone say they want to buy, you just get the stock from AliExpress. AliExpress will send it to them,
Mm.
regardless worldwide. This is something an idea of online business.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And just now when I asked what is the difference between online business and business online? So like you mentioned, right, like you buy from AliExpress. In fact, if you look at the business, right, it's a business, it's a traditional business, brick and mortar business, but they market themselves online.
Yes.
But there's still logistic, which is still brick and mortar. You still need to hands on, like you still need a warehouse, you still need people, logistic, and all that stuff. Although you can use the model of drop shipping, but it's still very very labor intensive, meaning that as a mom, right, it will be quite tough. So online business, it could be like you are doing live coaching, right? So you can use like Zoom, like what we are using. You can
Yes.
do live stream. You can get your clients. You can get your coachee. You can use Zoom to record down. You can use Calendly to book appointments. So this is very much what I would say online business, that you don't have any inventory to take care of, because when you have
Correct.
inventory to take care of, it's already a business online, a business being market online, like most of the e-commerce that is product based. So like for coaching, for consulting, even for designing work, for gigs, is what I call online business, because everything is being done online through the transaction of service. So thanks a lot for sharing that, and also encouraging mothers to start online business. So so last but not least, time really flies, and you have shared a lot of amazing and share with us the common struggles and challenges, and you mentioned one of the biggest challenge will be financial, but you also mentioned that financial, as long as you are out there and finding opportunity is always there, whether are you reaching out to the opportunity or not. So in that case, right, like because for you, you do life coaching, you are a relationship counselor, you are also an activist. At the same time, you are the founder of single parent support group. So how can the audience get connected with you, Vivian?
Oh, ask Kenneth.
Yeah, so for asking me, right, in fact, the way to contact Vivian is in the description, so you guys can go to the description. I've laid out all the different platform that you can connect with Vivian. So last but not least, Vivian, now it's your turn for you to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So what will be your question of the day?
How would you encourage and expand humanity?
Okay, so how would you
Encourage and
encourage
expand
and expand,
hu-
right?
humanity.
Humanity. Okay. So
Yeah.
the question of the day posted by Vivian is, how would you encourage and expand humanity? Right? Okay. So this question of the day go out to everyone who's watching and tuning in. For those who are watching replay, this question of the day goes out to you, and this question of the day goes out to the next guest. So next guest, get ready to answer this question of the day posted by Vivian. So last but not least, Vivian, any last advice for mothers who are sitting on the fence thinking, oh, should I start a business? Should I not start a business? What would be your last advice for them?
Last advice. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Go.
So this is something very unique. That's nice.
Be like a sunflower. Be happy. Be yourself. Be positive. Just do what you want to do. Whoever say you can't do, shut your ear. Don't listen. Just be yourself.
Be a sunflower.
Sunshine.
Wow. That's a very unique advice for mothers who are sitting on the fence whether they should start a business or not. It just to be the sunshine. Just do what you believe in, what you think that you want to do. So thanks a lot, Vivian, for sharing that last advice, and thanks for all the advice and insights of the challenges and struggles being a single parent. And once again, thank you for making time to attend, to be the guest on my Mompreneur Space live show podcast. So once again, Kenneth here signing off with Vivian. And thanks Shu Hui. Shu Hui say thanks Kenneth and Vivian for sharing. I hope whatever we have shared, whatever Vivian has shared, do give you guys insight and inspire you guys. So once again, thanks for those who are tuning in and watching the replay. So at the same time, me signing off with Vivian. Thank you guys for watching Mompreneur Space live show podcast, where we interview mompreneurs from all around the world every Monday at 10 p.m. Singapore time. So thanks everyone, and I shall see you guys next week in the next episode. Thank you guys. Thanks Vivian. Bye bye.